Welcome back to this DC Universe Online Let's Play. This is Sambo with Blaze Purple on the Darkness Falls PvE server. A couple of things have happened. We've had a new patch overnight, which is just fantastic. A lot of things seem to have improved. Whoops. One of the major ones being that the sound issues have apparently been fixed up, so that remains to be seen if these sound settings actually stick where they're meant to. So that'll be an interesting one. We've also had, seems to me that the UI is a lot less laggy now, which is great. It's very responsive, so I'm really liking that. They've also changed a couple of the icons, like for example the on duty icon has changed, the powers and traits icon has changed. And while you've been gone, I've managed to collect some more gear. I figured, hey, we might as well have a different look for every episode and see how silly we can get it. So at the moment I'm looking like a ridiculous Greco-Roman slut, I guess. The purple Greco-Roman slut. So that'll be our look for today. And what we're actually trying to do today as well is queue for the Hive Moonbase instance. So hopefully that will pop, and we're currently queued up for that at the moment. So while I wait for that, thought I'd just take you through a couple of other things that have changed in the meantime. Like for example, I now have a new alert opened to me, which is good, a level 20 alert. And by the way, I'm level 19 now, so I think that opened up at level 19. I can't exactly remember. We've got two PvP arenas open now, a 5 versus 5 moon-based one, which is good. That's new. I'm not sure if any new Legends PvP have opened up since the last time we talked. I don't think so. And obviously raids and duos don't open up till level 30. I've also been collecting a whole bunch more styles, so I have long lists in my style menu now. So I'm looking forward to getting more and more and more of those, which is good. But one thing that I've been really slack on is my powers and skills, and as you'll see I've got 2 power points available to me and 3 skill points, so I figured we might as well try and go through the decision making process of applying some of these, bearing in mind once again that once you do apply them you still have to make a choice here as to which particular one of 6 you happen to have on your hotbar. I've changed up my damage one recently. I now have this new ability which is called Fiery Weapon. It ignites my weapon, and if an enemy is burning, it provides me with a healing effect, and it also increases all my damage by 45%. And if I actually use that, you'll see the effect here is that it just actually basically sets me on fire. But I'm looking forward to the healing effect of that one. That will be great. You may also notice I have a trinket equipped here in my slot. They've updated in the patch. They've updated the description of that. You can actually see what it does on use now, and this will apply a 20 might to me for 10 seconds. So that's nice. But back to our powers and skills. Let's have a look here. So I might go into skills first. So we've got 3 of these to spend, and I can either choose weapons or movement. So in my hand blaster weapons here, down the bottom I've got some passives that I could add. So permanently increasing my health, or my critical healing, or my might, etc. But I guess I might as well add some more combos. Well, this is the thing. I've got 2 more combos in my hand blaster that I could add, which is a uppercut bashing them into the air, or a ball of energy. That could be quite handy actually. So it's either that, or we go into the movement set in my flight, and I can have some more Well, I've got one here called low pressure, which is a backdraft to suck in nearby opponents. That could be quite handy. A vengeful wind that knocks enemies to the ground and inhibits movement modes and causes damage over time. You know, actually that one might be quite good. Let's put a point into there. I've got a few passives here. What's this one? An air burst violently detonates a low pressure region to blast enemies into the air and free you from control effects. So that's like a crowd control breaker. That could be quite good. A vacuum bubble releases a violent pressure wave to damage and stun enemies. That could be quite good. Shoots you into the air for dust off, spreading a shockwave that knocks down enemies while rendering you immune to control effects and damage. Gee, see, this is the thing, it's so hard. These are all so good. Dive bomb boosts you to great heights and then launches you downward at a sharp angle to attack the enemy. That's innate. In other words, passive. A swoop attack. Swoop down and knock over your opponent at blinding speed and they take additional damage. Or, oh, there's passives. Good lord, so you can see it's very difficult to try and decide what I want. Let me think. Shoots you into the air, spreading a shockwave that knocks enemies. I like the sound of this one. Although it's a 50% supercharge cost. That's the, just to remind you, oops, no, just to remind you, that's the bar. I'll get out of here. The bar that's currently blue, right along, light blue, right along the very bottom of my portrait up the top there. So I have to wait for that to build up. So let's go back in there into the K menu, and again remember too, I've got two different loadouts I can choose from, so I guess I can switch around at will. One's damage, one's defense. Alright, so we have to make some choices here. Let's have a look at the hand blaster ones. Perhaps I should put some into combos, because they don't take up slots. So yeah, let's do that. It's the easy way out. We've got one skill point left, so maybe we'll get a movement one. And what do we got here? Air burst, free you from control effects. Yeah, we like that one. So let's go back to the loadouts now, and I'll choose my damage one. And I've got a couple of new ones, so maybe instead of my fireball we will use the air burst. So that's the one that blasts enemies into the air and frees me, as in frees me from control effects. And also have this new one, downdraft. Maybe we'll use that instead of, let's see, I like heat vision. No, I'm going to keep that one. And I like flashpoint, blasts a wave, although maybe this new one will do that. Let's have a look, see what it does. So that's number 5. That's pretty cool. Maybe we just need to pop outside and let's see what it does. Find some hapless enemy to test these powers on. Can't remember if I mentioned this at the beginning of the episode, but boy, the loading screen to get in the game now is instant. You used to have to kind of wait on the world to load. Now you basically get past the cinematics and get straight in. It's fantastic. I think the sound is sounding okay as well. Alright, let's try this new ability. I've got a bit of lag, but I think that's fraps, not the game. So that's my new ability there. Let's try that again. Maybe we'll get some mobs onto us. Come on. Alright, let's see what happens when we get a whole bunch of them. Let's try this. Not sure about that one. Definitely not the same as that, that's for sure. So let's pop back in here to our loadouts and go to damage. take a look, and that was the airburst. As opposed to the whirlwind attack, that was the one where we spin around. We do have this one, a downdraft. That's new. Let's try that. See what happens. Epic drop. Alright, 5. Okay, so that's a charge. That charges that one. So it's not an instant ability, but it does ground. Seems to ground them. Let's have a look. Damage set. What's the knocks enemies to the ground, inhibits movement, and causes damage over time. Yeah, well, that's pretty good. Let's see if we can find some more mobs. There's some over here, I think. No. Here we go. Alright, ability number 5. Of course, it's a bit hard to tell because these mobs are so low level. Definitely handy being able to ground them like that, though. Damage. I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure if I like that. It'd be handy for defense, that's for sure. So let's definitely put these into our defense set. There's no doubt about that. And we'll use the healing effect instead of our meteor, perhaps. But in terms of damage, you know what? I think I like the whirlwind attack still. We've got our knockbacks. We've got rid of meteor for now. High pressure. See what I mean? It's so tough trying to decide. So let's go back into our actual skills menu. We've got some power points to spend. Now I can actually choose a couple of iconic powers again if I wish. That's where my heat vision one came from. And then we've got all the sort of basic attacks that are, you know, equivalent to, or that you'd relate to people like Wonder Woman and Superman and you know, all your iconic sort of heroes. Summons lightning to heal you and knock back opponents. You know what? Word of power. Let's try that one. Absolutely going to try that one. That sounds pretty cool, actually. So let's go to our loadout and damage. There it is. We'll pop it in where the whirlwind attack was. And let's drop down. So I've got that on number 5. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's a big summon. You know what? That's quite cool. That is quite cool. Now I also have to check, actually, while we're here, what my new combo was. Let's see. It was, I think it was it uppercut? Yes, 2 taps on the left and then a hold on the left. Try that. Yes, that definitely looks like it. Alright, that's quite handy. I like that one. Here's my new one. Yeah, I think we'll keep that, actually. That's pretty cool. And again, hitting T to toggle between the different roles. Right, so let's go back in there and see if I can spend my last point, which is a power point. And again, oh gosh, which tree? Immolation or ignition? I did start an ignition tree. That's with my fireball, but we are technically getting deep into the immolation tree. And I've heard a lot about this. The volcanic calamity explodes under your enemy with the power of an active volcano, and it requires 100% supercharge though. So that's quite a lot. Got a few healing ones here. Stoke flames, restores health over time. What's this one? Inferno, ignites the area with roaring flames. Wow, actually that sounds pretty cool. Let's get that one. And let's go to our damage loadout. and find that. Yes, it's there. It's possible that, yeah, maybe I'll fiery weapon. Let's just replace fiery weapon for now, and we'll see what this looks like. Alright, so it's number 3. Oh, it's another chargeable one. Is that something I did? I'm not sure. Let's move over here and find out. Number 3. Well, it looks like that might be actually something I'm doing. It's got a long cooldown on it. I'm not sure if you can see that on the skill bar, but there's definitely a cooldown happening. I'll try it again over here on my own. Number 3. Yes, that's me. Alright. Well, I must admit, I don't like it as much as this, which is instant, but it's still pretty cool. So what have we got now? We have got, in my damage roll, I'm going to get attacked, but it doesn't matter. We've got a heal, which damages enemies. We've got the huge blast wave, which knocks back. We've got Inferno, which ignites the area with roaring flames, and that does damage over time. Yes, it does actually damage over time of burning, so we'll keep that one. Got my frickin' laser beam eyes. We've got the new word of power, which is the knockback and heal. And I've got high pressure, which is this one here. Well, we will see how that set goes, I guess. Actually, you know what, maybe? I'm not sure about that last one. What was it again? It creates a region of violent airflow to lift and throw enemies. Versus... oh, and we can now enter the moon base. Alright, well that's my cue. We will stop this recording and make an episode of the Hive moon base. So, hope you enjoyed that little romp through the skills and abilities. I'm sorry we haven't done that for a while, and it may have been a boring episode to some people. But I think it's good to touch on the huge amount of choices available. So until next time, we'll see you in the Hive. Take care.